everyone, Tangent here, back with a Week 2 update on the XFL, and after the fantastic, fun, shiny new toys that was that Week 1, all those matchups, all the crazy fun new things they were all doing, this week we kind of got to see a little bit of the dirty underbelly of what we kind of thought to expect from the XFL in the bad way, because if last week was a 10, this week was much closer to something along the lines of a 6. And in some cases, talking about you, Tampa Bay and Seattle, we're looking at closer to a 2. There was still a decent chunk of good football this weekend, but there was a lot more bad football. For starters, the New York Guardians, who I thought was going to be a really good team, facing off against the DC Defenders, their defense that was stout and absolutely destroyed in Week 1, couldn't do anything to stop the fantastic revelation that is Cardale Jones. That boy, ooh, he's spicy. He's not the MVP of the season, but we'll get to who is, but ooh, sweetness. Whee! DC Defenders, they came in, they stole the Guardians' lunch money, they stole their credit card, they stole their girl, and they plopped a big old 0 on them. And Matt McGloin, the guy who was good enough to play in the NFL at one point and now thinks he's a little too good for the XFL, is thinking about changing the entire game plan. No, that's not how it works there, Matty boy. When you're throwing 2 interceptions and a fumble, ooh, into like triple coverage, it's a you thing. You weren't good in the NFL, and honestly, you're really not good here. Yeah, that was the DC Defenders. They pounded the Guardians just right up the poop street. So we probably had our worst game of the season this weekend and the best game of the season so far this season. And the worst was definitely the Vipers, who are... oh, they're the Browns. They're so bad. They're like 4 quarterbacks deep now. They don't have any good starting quarterbacks. The head coach or the scouts like go to a Jimmy John's and they see somebody huck a sub halfway down to like a customer or something. That guy's getting signed to the practice squad. The Seattle Seahawks are also just trash. Like Brandon Silvers, he's not a great quarterback. I wouldn't say he's one of the worst quarterbacks in the league so far, but he's just okay. But Jim Zorn's garbage.
Bro, you're trash, bro. Bro, you're trash, bro.
And speaking of garbage-looking football, we had the Renegades versus the Wildcats. The one theme of that game was certifiably overthrowing your receiver and drop passes by the receivers when I did hit them. I can throw better and catch than that, and I don't have any hands. What? We had the blowout with the DC Defenders and the Guardians, and we had 2 really underwhelming games. But on the tail end of the weekend, though, we got to the best game of the entire weekend. Oh boy, we had PJ Big Dick Walker going up against Jordan Samoan Tamamu? I still don't know his last name. I have a jersey coming for him. I still can't even say his last name right. Those 2 were f***ing slinging it. Easily the best game of the season so far was played against those 2 teams. It's fantastic to watch. Jordan was making some clutch-ass 4th down throws, and his receivers were making some hella catches. Oh, it was beautiful until they lost, and then it was sad. Overall, really good game between 2 really good teams. I think the Houston Roughnecks, I 100% think they're the best team in the league, with PJ Walker being an MVP candidate 100%. That boy, he can play in the NFL, legit. Overall, a little bit of a downgrade between weeks 1 and 2, but like I said, you got the best football game out of the season, out of this weekend, so we have that going for us. It was pretty awesome to watch overall, but it was still, like I said, still good football, still engaging football. There's still big plays happening. Loving it. A lot of pick sixes. There's almost been a pick 6 in like every single game. It's insane, but it's awesome. And you know, like I said, they're still roughing out the edges and what have you, and that's how it's going to be going forward. But regardless, still a pretty decent weekend of football. Just, oof, a little bit of a back step, but hoping week 3 kind of clean some things up, maybe against some different matchups. That'll kind of fix some things. Who knows? Whatever. I'm going to still be watching. It's fantastic. I hope you guys are still watching because I'm loving the XFL. I hope you are too. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. The XFL is back. To week 2 is in the books. It's still fantastic. Looking forward to more. I've been Tangent, and I'll catch you.